Let me walk you through mastering Google Antigravity from scratch to advanced. If you haven't explored Google Antigravity yet, it's a no-cost platform available for use. While there are usage restrictions, the free tier gives you access to a complete IDE for coding projects, plus you can tap into multiple complementary APIs within Google Antigravity. This enables you to create amazing projects. Let me demonstrate some possibilities. You're able to generate polished, professional deliverables like these. Additionally, it's perfect for web development work. If your goal is creating sites, applications, or similar projects, Antigravity handles it. You can even develop complete full-stack applications. As shown here, you have the capability to leverage it for artifact creation, verification tools, handoff management, and editing. It's useful for collecting feedback too. But what's truly impressive is crafting functional websites, applications, and utilities. To access the platform, visit antigravity.google and download it. For my complete tutorial notes, head to the AI Success Lab, which connects you to our 40,000 member community. Navigate to the classroom section, locate December's content, and you'll discover today's anti-gravity documentation. You can launch this locally on your machine as I'm demonstrating. Watch as Antigravity boots up right now. Let's create a fresh workspace folder. Ready. I'll select Open New Folder. Grant folder permissions. Label it Livestream. Launch the folder. This initializes a fresh workspace window where we can begin our development work. From this point, you're ready to create custom applications, utilities, micro apps, destination pages, sites, and more. You receive complimentary access to Claude Opus, typically a premium model, along with free Gemini 3, Gemini Flash, GPT OSS, and Claude Sonnet too. These APIs usually require payment, but here they're free. If you're ready to dive in but unsure where to begin, consider, what would benefit my business growth today? Perhaps I require a promotional page, like one for the AI Profit Boardroom community. I can input that request here. So I'll type, develop a promotional page for the AI Profit Boardroom community, which is a phenomenal community for mastering AI automation, featuring weekly mentorship sessions, cutting-edge AI automation systems, and over 200 hours of comprehensive instruction for deploying AI throughout your organization. Make it sleek, contemporary, stunning, and write it in Alex Moy's voice. First, I'll activate planning mode to strategically map everything out and develop a solid roadmap for our build process. Watch how it begins strategizing initially before we move to implementation. I suggest preparing your blueprint first, then proceed to generating your final outputs. It's now formulating that plan. This process runs in the background while you multitask. If you wanted to switch over and open your browser to handle additional tasks, that's totally possible. You might be curious about what sets this apart. Advanced features and tips. Conventional automation typically demands paid software solutions, usually one tool, one method, restricted testing. With Antigravity, you get 7 models at no cost, enabling results comparison, building numerous tool variations, accelerated automation without coding expertise, describing your requirements in everyday language, no programming knowledge necessary, plus storing projects locally, allowing you to revisit and utilize them anytime. The coding has commenced. It's working its magic now. If speed matters, switch to something like Gemini Flash Fast. Since I'm recording and need to move quickly, I'll use Gemini Flash to generate a speedier output. Live coding demonstration. Perfect. Now we have our complete task checklist ready. For instance, it's organized the copywriting approach, the design and development process, the visual elements, and verification steps. Another fantastic feature is its browser preview capability. You can actually control your browser and implement changes live. Plus, it generates images using Nana Banana right within the interface. Now, I'm switching to fast mode here, using Gemini Pro Low. I'll construct this for me now. Based on our blueprint, it'll begin assembling the resources and page for the AI Profit Boardroom promotional design. You're leveraging the Gemini API for this. It executes automatically via Gemini Nana Banana, arguably the world's best image creation model. I'm going to halt this and simply say, skip the images. Just build a gorgeous landing page. It'll begin coding now. I'm doing this because I'm not satisfied with that image. When something doesn't look right, simply provide corrections and proper guidance. Watch as it designs and constructs everything. Got questions about anti-gravity during this process? Feel free to ask. Notice at the top, there's the task, the implementation roadmap. We have the CSS styling, the actual code, though coding knowledge isn't required for this. There's also the index HTML file, which contains the page's actual content. Watch it start writing CTAs, H1 tags, the hero section, and more. Again, programming skills aren't necessary. It handles the coding while generating output in the terminal throughout. Then we can review the plan here. Okay, here's the planned headline, the problem to solution framework. Here's the value proposition for the page, and here's the CTA. Then it includes all design elements and assets, verifying everything afterward to confirm proper functionality. A powerful aspect of the verification process is its browser integration, launching now as you'll see. The browser is starting up. Opening this, we can observe it examining the browser display, showing the page. Returning inside here, I'm actually unsatisfied with the page. I'll instruct, expand the sales page copy significantly, make it comprehensive, transform it into a full-scale promotional page, and design it beautifully. Whether you're creating a SaaS product, landing page, or website, whatever your project, if something looks wrong, stay calm and simply specify your desired outcome, providing necessary context for corrections. For instance here, it misread the situation, assuming, oh yes, I'll create something more compact, but that's not our goal. We want something much more detailed. Notice the actual page is shaping up nicely. For example, there's a call to action, an appealing headline. There's the sign up link. Everything's designed. And remember, this is completely free and finished within minutes while I've been speaking. Scrolling down the page, for instance, it's incorporated bullet points, addressed the pain point, written all sales messaging, designed everything, transformed it into an attractive value proposition, then outlined all inclusions plus added the CTA. It's continuing to edit and modify as we progress. There's also a software update available for installation, but I'd rather not disrupt things while waiting for this to complete, or else I'd essentially need to restart or reload the entire project. I'll avoid that. Finalizing and hosting your project. Now it's modifying the HTML and CSS for improvements. Within minutes, watch, it's relaunching the updated page now. This version is far more comprehensive. You'll notice the agent operating, capturing screenshots, assessing the page. It employs this cyclical workflow. Build the page, examine it, evaluate its quality, and if improvements are needed, let's redesign and rebuild until excellence is achieved. It's perpetually refining through a constructive feedback cycle while I'm talking. Using anti-gravity is remarkably straightforward, truly doesn't require much time whatsoever. The page is deployed locally now, as shown. Opening Google Chrome, you'll find the complete page here, appearing much better in this second iteration. There's a nice call-out element too. It presents an excellent headline with attractive styling throughout. Scrolling further down, it's written with considerable personality as evident here. It reads, "I understand your exact feelings. I was trapped on the fulfillment treadmill believing harder work would eventually create a breakthrough. But working harder doesn't scale. Systems do. In 2025, AI systems scale indefinitely with the AI private water. It presents, here's the traditional approach, here's the AI profit boardroom method. Here's the critical information, here's your action steps, here's what makes it different, here's your deliverables, all designed with one click. Plus, it's hosted locally, allowing us to reopen the project later for modifications. For hosting, simply navigate to something like Netlify and deploy it directly there. To see this in action, here's an example page we coded with AI using comparable methods. The distinction I'd highlight is probably the approach using anti-gravity. Number one, it's faster. Number two, it utilizes more current APIs. Additionally, if you're wondering whether this actually ranks and performs, typing in AI Profit Boardroom, our AI-generated landing page appears first for that search term. It's effective, straightforward, time-efficient, and incredibly powerful. Someone asked, is anti-gravity superior to VIP code in AI Studio? I'd say anti-gravity requires slightly more complex setup and more initial time investment. However, once you've mastered it, it's superior because you can revisit that project and build everything locally. Many developers prefer local coding simply for enhanced privacy and because they can preserve files for future editing. There are numerous benefits to local development. It depends whether you prefer the IDE configuration or prefer AI Studio directly. Also, AI Studio excels for creating smaller projects, whereas tools like this let me construct entire websites with all files organized on the sidebar, then edit them via chat here. You can develop larger, more sophisticated projects using anti-gravity compared to using Studio. That's essentially the complete process, step by step. How accessible it is, how to build with this, how to enable the AI agent to control your browser for testing. You can see how simple modifications are when something needs adjustment. If you want proper training on this, review the documentation within the AI Success Lab. It's a completely free community connecting you with 39,700 members. Navigate to the classroom area. All these various sections contain extensive training materials as shown for mastering this technology. Visiting this section, you'll find training covering, for example, NoGlam, Antigravity, Google Super Gems, Claude browser improvements. We continuously update with amazing new content here. If you haven't explored it yet, visit the AI Profit Room. Link in the comments and description. Inside, you'll access an incredible community with 1-800 dedicated AI builders. The community is highly engaged, with members sharing innovative projects constantly. You can browse the wins section to see member posts. You can ask questions, establish your objectives. We also maintain this value post area. Additionally, every week we publish these updates where we analyze what's effective and what deserves attention. With countless updates, everyone feels overwhelmed. There are numerous shiny new tools. Inside here, we essentially show you, in 5 minutes, I distill approximately 80 hours of weekly work into a 5-minute briefing. Here's what's valuable, here's what's not. You can conserve time, understand your focus areas, and discover what merits your attention. Get this inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Then within the classroom, you'll access all my premium trainings, playbooks, and more. Want to understand, for instance, how we automate Twitter or newsletters, how we automate video clips, how we automate Instagram CTAs, how we create avatar videos, how we implement the screen sharing technique with AI avatar videos, and how we automate Zapier workflows and similar tools, plus how to reclaim hundreds of hours through AI. It's all available in the AI port. Beyond that, we host 4 weekly coaching sessions. If you require live assistance and support, wanting to join community calls and ask questions, you can access the calendar here. These sessions get recorded, allowing you to review coaching calls and catch up whenever needed, as shown right here. We update this continuously, so there's tons of fresh content available. Checking the SaaS updates from December 2025, you'll see everything's dated, so you know what deserves attention currently. Simply browse and review what you need. If searching for something specific, let's say, for example, you're challenged with sales, just enter sales, and everything you need regarding that specific automation is right within the classroom.